Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to Choco's World. Totally not out of Minecraft, and I totally didn't botch that up. Anyways, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and hit things off today, as I said, with some more villager stuff. But what we're going to do here for the YouTube side of things is you guys will be able to just see kind of like the finished product a little bit more, because we've had a couple of longer, like 1 hour some episodes. And so I'm going to try to keep this relatively short from your guys' perspective. And also, it's going to be mostly grinding. It's going to be a lot of like me refreshing villager trades. I don't think we're going to be doing anything too wild and crazy in terms of the way that we're going to be making the villager trading station. One extra little tidbit and note for this whole thing: I'm going to have to make sure that this is built in a place that's actually a little bit further away from the spawn point. So like we had said before, there's like a certain radius where we spawned, or there's a radius of blocks that we can go to. And let me just confirm this actually, because I actually sort of forgot what the values are. But basically, the way that this is going to work is we have to make sure that we do not build our villager thing close enough to interfere with anything else that's going on within the spawn chunks, because presumably we'll have like an iron farm or something going there. And so what that actually ends up meaning is that the spawn chunks, so from a 19 by 19 area around the world chunk, and of course there's like the lazy chunks and stuff, but we don't count those. But we're going to be building those presumably in the outside. So about, if it's 19 by 19, right, and then it's a 23 by 23, then we're going to be looking to make it, let me think here, because you have the central chunk, right, and then you go 11 out either way. So on the 12th chunk out, we can go ahead and start building some stuff there. I might just try to make it so it's 13. It's going to be a little bit goofy there. And we're going to be doing manual villager breeding for right now. I know that sounds kind of insane. Actually, do I want it? Nah, yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, we'll go ahead and see about that and kind of get to it. Fred, thank you for the 2-month resub. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hop into it, because there's quite a bit that needs to be done. And we'll be updating as we go along and as we hit like major points in this. But really, it's just mainly like moving villagers and getting things set up. I'm wondering if I should make a villager breeder, but I think we'll see. Let me talk it over to chat, and we'll be back. And we might come back with a villager breeder, actually, because that might make my life a little bit easier. So we'll see. But anyways, be right back. All right, so we ended up deciding that we're going to go ahead and make a villager breeder, because the I'm just going to try to get all of it kind of done in one fell swoop, and then we'll kind of sort everything else out afterwards. So while I'm working on both making the actual proper structure, as well as, rolling for whatever I need, I do want a villager breeder going. That way I don't have to like keep on harvesting wheat and carrots or potatoes or whatever. And that's kind of managing itself. And then while that's running, the villagers are propagating more, so I can take the villagers and then move them into our villager structure. So to that end, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to go make myself a villager breeder right here. In terms of some notes about where this villager breeder is located, we are putting this thing, so let me just confirm that I'm not talking out my butt. Okay, yeah, so home is Attaway. Yeah, you can see the village just popped in. And so we're trying to go Isaway, right? And then this, the reason why we have this designated over here is that this is 2 chunks away, right? So there's a chunk buffer, and then we have this going on. We're going to build this right here. So that's already outside of the spawn chunks. This is just going to make sure that this does not interfere with that, because that would be really awkward, and I don't think that'd be very good. So I'm going to try to keep these guys a little bit separate from what's going on in that operation. I would imagine that would be okay. I don't know how pillagers and stuff would react to this, but I'm assuming that they'll be fine. This should be far enough away that nothing in there should be impacted by our villagers being present in this location. So yeah, we should be all good. So for those of you who are, of course, curious and are following along or otherwise interested, we're going to be using a villager breeder by Impulse SV. And if you'd like to go ahead and see what we have listed here for our total things that we need, there you go. The important things to note here is that the dirt, of course, is going to be the main platform. The dirt is going to kind of dictate, that's the amount of area that you're going to have for your crops. The carrots obviously are the crops. And then you're also going to have yourself, he uses stained glass, kind of just, it doesn't really matter that it's stained glass as far as I'm aware. Same with the glass here. It's just so you can see what's going on. I think you could just replace this all with glass and you'd be A-okay. Sea lanterns, just some source of light, so everything's all good and nothing terrible will happen. So, just building like blocks of any type, this does not particularly matter as far as I'm aware. Oak trap doors are going to help kind of make sure that the water is manipulated in the correct way. Stairs are for water locking to make sure that we can go ahead and make all the crop plots hydrated. The smooth stone slabs are, I believe, there's one that's used in the center, if I'm not mistaken. But there's one used in the center for water logging, so the crops are all growing and the water is able to radiate from the middle. And I think he also uses some in like the villager trap thing, something along those lines. 4 beds are going to be used. It doesn't really matter what color bed it is, obviously, but you're going to get 4 beds for the actual villager breeder part itself, not the crop part, but the villager breeding part. Chest here is to collect, same with the hopper. So hopper and chest are going to be for collecting the carrots that are thrown around. Composter is going to be used for making sure that we have a farmer type in the middle. And I think the oak fence, if I'm not mistaken, is used to basically make sure that your villagers are standing on top of that so the baby villagers fall down, but the adults stay above. So that's, I think, currently the game plan from that. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this bad boy, and it should be good. If you are curious, this is really, really similar to what we made in How to Minecraft. The major difference being that in this one, instead of using sea cucumbers to light it up, Impulse uses like a sea lantern, which we're going to be substituting with glowstone, I believe. So that should be all good. I am very concerned by those growls. I'm just going to light this area up just a tad. Okay, there's a skeleton in here. That's okay. Ow. I was kind of hoping that... Wow, 2 baby zombies, huh? Wow, okay, no chill. Imagine if I die to this. Alright, so I'm going to light this up real quick, because, yeah, I'm not super down for mobs to be spawning right here as we're going about working. Oh! Did Choco just receive an enchanted bow? Wow, this is like a serious cave. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to light up the immediate entry, because I'd rather not spend the rest of my life lighting this cave up. Alright, and cool. That should be sufficient for now. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to get to work on this bad boy, and yeah, I'll see you guys after we are like established and running, and I mean, I think that's when I'm going to be seeing you guys next, so it should be all pretty good. So, magic! Okay, so we're kind of marching on along, making this villager breeder, and so we need some kind of light source, and I was looking through the light sources, because sea lanterns are sort of out of the question right now. And we could use glowstone, and that was originally what I was going to do, but then I got kind of spooked, and I didn't really want to set up a new cleric villager, so I kind of chickened out. But what we ended up doing instead is I'm going to try something new. I've never really used jack-o'-lanterns, I never used jack-o'-lanterns, so we're going to actually be using these guys to help us light things up. To my understanding, these are 15 light value, so if you're wondering like what the impact of that is, basically different kinds of light sources have different amounts of light that they emit. So in the case of sea lanterns, that is going to give you the maximum amount of light of 15. In the same way, jack-o'-lanterns are going to do the same exact thing. They're going to give us a 15 value, which is awesome. Also, I'm facing them so they don't have their like spooky faces facing outwards. But this should make it so they are constantly with good light and should be pretty nice and happy. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, so I just thought that was kind of like a little thing that would add on here. I'm definitely kind of cheaping out on a lot of this stuff because a lot of the stuff that Impulse used in his tutorial are quite expensive. So instead we're using a lot of wood. I use polished diorite for some of the parts. So if you're curious as to why a lot of these are just like, these don't look correct, that's because we kind of skimped on it a little bit. You know, we kind of cheaped out on it, so that's why we're doing it this way. But either way, we got this going. If you're wondering where the pumpkin's from, I did convert one of our little pumpkin doodads into seeds, and then we took the seeds and we obviously grew up all the stuff that we needed. And yeah, we're here now. We're just about approaching the point now where we're going to be wrapping up the villager breeder, the build portion of the villager breeder. But of course, that's not the end of it, right? We have ourselves a good bit of things to go after this in terms of we have to move the villagers in here. I'm pretty pleased with the fact that it's going to be built up there, actually. I was wondering what was going on with that animal. I was like, what is that? But it should be pretty good, the position of it. I think this will be pretty safe, and so I'm looking forward to that. This should also mean that I can do some good manipulations of like what I want to do with my villager movement and stuff like that. So I'm pretty pleased overall with how things seem to be going. So should be going on well. I will meet back with you once we have this up and running, because getting the villagers in here, while frustrating, is not terribly interesting in my personal opinion. In my humble opinion. Also, I'm going to change this jack-o'-lantern so it's facing this way. So it's facing the villagers, so they know. They know how spooky this place will be. It's not even Halloween! The building is now completed proper, and I think I have a game plan here. I know I was going to be like, yeah, after it's all ready to rock and roll, but I'm not sure how this will go, so hopefully it goes pretty well and not very poorly. I'm going to be breeding 2 extra villagers just to make sure I don't accidentally, like, LOL yeet my villagers out of existence. But the idea is that I'm going to try to bait them over here. Well, so I'm going to bring them over in boats. And then after I bring them over in boats, I'm hoping what will happen is I took out the compost thing, but they're going to look at these beds hopefully and go, I can get there. I took out the trap door here and the composting thing, so they're just going to walk over here, and I'm hoping that they'll occupy the beds. If they occupy these beds, they by default should go, okay, I'm in these beds. I have nowhere to go besides that fence that's over there. So this little fence post right there, and we should be good to go from that point onward. So I'm hoping this will go well. But yeah, either you're going to see me happy as a clam and everything worked out great, or you're going to see me not so pleased in a moment here. But why breed villagers when you have the villager pit? I'm going to try to take some of these villagers out of here, and hopefully we can migrate 2 of them over. They do somehow seem to still remember their jobs, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, well, I guess this guy, I traded with him probably once is what happened. And that guy I probably traded with as well. So that would explain why. But, all right. So let me see if we can't move these guys over. Okay. So I'm bringing over this nitwit. And with this nitwit, the 2 brown coats we just kind of left behind, which is kind of backwards of me doing this. But the plan here is I'm going to release the nitwit and the Fletcher over there. And then once I get the nitwit and the Fletcher all the way over, what's going to end up happening... Oop, actually, screenshot opportunity. But yeah, we're going to end up going into... Okay, hold on. Let me start from the beginning. So now that we have these guys over here and it's turning sort of spooky time, I'm going to let the 2 guys that are not the farmer go first. And hopefully what will happen is they'll kind of naturally path towards these beds that are up there. Admittedly, it's kind of a hike, so I'm hoping they kind of understand intuitively how this is going to work, but they may not. So, or that guy's going to jump into the farmer boat because he's a nitwit, and why wouldn't he? Okay, can I like not hit my villager and get him out? Okay. I don't know if that's going to be too complicated of a pathfinding job for him. I'm a little worried, to be honest with you. If I feel like they're in danger, I will stop and I will sleep away the night just to make sure that we don't really expose them to too much danger here. We do have other villagers, so it's not the end of the world if I do somehow manage to lose these guys, but it would be highly preferable if we do not lose them. Okay, so it looks like... Here, what if I put this bed here? Do you understand that? No? Okay, I don't feel super comfortable with... Yeah, okay. The bed is... Oh, well, that's an oof moment for me. Yeah, no, I don't care. I'm not risking it. Not risking it. Plan 1 has failed. I'll try again. Probably with workstations. Okay, so let's try with the composter now. And we don't really want this guy to be the active one, so we'll block him off if this does work. But let me see if this would get the job done for the time being in getting the farmer to take the bait, basically, and go all the way up. So what we want to have here is that the farmer goes up, and the nitwit... Nope, well, nitwit's trying to do something. Okay, so good. Awesome. No, that's not awesome. All right, so let me split these guys up here. And, all right, so I'm going to try to keep them apart, please? Nope. Okay. Let me see if I can debate him. If I offer him the enticing offer of giving him a composter that he can chase. I want to see if I can lead him there. This might make your lives a little bit easier because in the early game, getting a bunch of stuff for minecarts and stuff can be kind of difficult or kind of a pain. So let me see if we can't debate him with a point of interest, which I think in theory makes sense that it would work. So I'm hoping I have pretty high hopes here. I think that there's a good chance that this guy's going to be like, ah, yes, my workstation, and then he's going to keep on working. We did trade with him once, so if you're wondering why he is acting the way he is, that's why. Actually, let me see. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe we just do. So people were telling me in How to Minecraft, I just have to bait them with food. Let me see if that's true. I actually have no idea how true the statement is. This could be like a big scam. This might work brilliantly. I have no idea. At least I don't think I have any idea. Oh, yeah. Nope. The idiocy is too strong. It runs in the family. Come on. No, nitwit. Cursed nitwit. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay, beautiful. Okay, yeah. Okay. And then we're going to bring you all the way up here to the tippity top. Can you do that for me? Can you make your way up here to the carrot? Aren't you interested in that carrot? No? What about down here? Okay, that got you interested. Okay. What about here? Yeah, okay. All right. Now we're doing some business here. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let me get some cobblestone going here. And I'm just going to quickly throw together a little prison for him. All right, so now he can't get out, so he's not going to pathfind and get to the beds, thankfully. So it looks like there's a good chance that we can just debate these guys into going to the beds just by simply baiting them with food. So yeah, this is actually a pretty reliable way to get them going. You're just going to have to accept the fact that every now and then the villagers will take the carrots or whatever you're going to take to breed them with, but every now and then they will prevail. They will steal them from you. Okay, what is this? Am I going to have to like Hansel and Gretel you? What? Nitwit! Food! Nitwit! Nitwit! Look, food. Look, food. Nitwit! Oh, man. Nitwits. Nitwits! Okay, Nitwit, what? Aren't you interested in food at all? No? You're just defiantly going to stand up there? Okay. Well, let's try to get the Fletcher going here. No reason for both to be tied up. Maybe it's only farmers that are interested in picking up the food. Or maybe it has to be like meeting time or something? I don't know. Well, I want to keep on poking around with them and see if I can get them to take, but we'll see. Who knows? Plan, what, A and B have failed. It doesn't seem that the Fletcher is too interested, and then, like, I guess maybe meeting time might be one of the things that impact, like, how desirable food looks to them. And we're not quite there yet, but I also had a secondary thought. I don't see why this wouldn't be the case. Let's just try to honestly bring them up there, right? Like, let's try to get them to the beds. I can always like reshuffle the way that the beds are. So once they're in the fence post area, they're set. But let me do this. So whenever nighttime comes, hopefully what they'll do is they'll be like, oh no, it's nighttime. And they're going to try to make their way to the beds. And they'll just look at the staircase that's conveniently placed here for them. And they'll just automatically just try to like latch on and sleep to whatever block they can get to. I think, and don't be like, oh, that's for sure going to work. But I think that will work. And the nitwit, by the way, he's gone. He hasn't died or anything as far as I'm aware, but he like ran over the hills, and I don't know where he is now. He's probably going to be out here making his own like marauder camp or something one day. I legitimately have zero idea where this guy has gone. But wow, he booked it. Where did he go? Yeah, we're gonna have to probably go get some new villagers, because I have no idea where this nitwit went. He's gone. Oh, that's a zombie. That's not a promising sign for Mr. Nitwit. That is not what you wanted to have. Oh, wait, there he is. We found him. He's hanging out with the cows. Look here, Nitwit. It's getting close to meeting time. Maybe. Hold on. Maybe we can still make this work. So here, let me. No. Cow, what are you doing? Cow, I will end you. Okay. Okay, I warned you. All right, let me see here. And then booyah. And let's just go ahead and move. Oh, wow, Fletcher man. What are you doing all the way up here? Fletcher boy. All right, I'm going to move these guys into position for the evening. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to get the boats back in action here. All right, so I'm going to... What? Okay, that was weird. We're going to go ahead, capture these guys, and I'm going to wait until it gets about dusk, and then we'll see whether or not this strategy works. And if it works, great. If not, then big oof. But we'll see. I think this would work. This makes sense to me. This makes like legitimate, like this from a logical standpoint, it makes perfect sense. I don't see why this wouldn't work. So I have pretty high hopes. All right, it's getting towards spooky time. So let me go ahead and release the villager. Well, I guess villagers. And then they should kind of like meet up. But what should happen is they're going to be like, oh, it's spooky nighttime and we need to get upstairs to the beds. Oh, I forgot my bed's still here. Okay, yeah. So hopefully they get the message here. Hopefully. My doubt is increasing. Come on. It's right there. Come on. You can't seriously tell me that you guys, for goodness sake. Okay. We're going to sleep away the night, and then we're going to try this again. I'm going to move them a little bit closer. We're going to have to like debate them onto like the hill or something and move them a little bit closer. And nighttime comes from making a couple of weird dirt paths and a couple of other little weird who's it's and what's it's galore. I have indeed madeth a thing. So we managed to boat them over here. I'm going to go ahead and let them out. And hopefully what will happen is that they will be good. And they will run to the beds. Like good idiots. Yes! Success has never tasted so sweet. And as a bonus, I can now do this. Just kidding. I can now do this. And then we're going to go ahead and sleep away the night. Oh, rip. I forgot to take. We have to cordon them off. We goofed. We done diddly goofed. And well, maybe wait, hold on. Maybe we can make this work. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, no, I can't. Then I can't get the. Oh no. This is our worst nightmare. How could I forget the one? Oh, I had one job. Come on. Ugh. All right, fine. We'll leave everything be. I have to wait for another night to come. Can't believe I screwed this up again. Dadgummit, come on, man. Ugh. Sometimes I frustrate myself. Wait, actually, hold on. Or is this? I can break this block for sure. Nope. They're doing dumb things. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to leave him be. I'm not going to mess with this whole nonsense a whole lot. we're just going to wait for nighttime to come. And if we're lucky, the nighttime will come and everything will go according to plan. If I'm unlucky, then something terrible will happen and I'm going to be very sad. But hopefully, all this is going to take is nighttime. I'm going to break those blocks. Everything's going to be peachy. And then we can release the farmer and then everything will be great. But we have to wait like another 10 minutes or so. Probably a little bit less than 10 minutes, honestly. But yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit before we can really give this another go here. But yeah, bird brain moments. Okay, so we wiped out some of the stuff. I didn't wipe everything out in case something goes horribly wrong and we have to restart this from the beginning. But that spooked me a little bit there. That was a risky move there, Fletcher. But the sun is about to set, or getting ready to set rather. These guys should hopefully migrate to their beds and do so peacefully. Hopefully they don't fight over where they should be. And then what should in theory happen is that these guys are going to go ahead and lay down their beds, and then I'm going to be able to break these blocks, and then I can release the farmer, and we'll be good. And this is taking me way longer than I originally thought. I was like, yeah, we'll just throw together a villager breeder, and I forgot that this is the putting this together was actually not the hard part at all. And again, like exactly the Iron Golem farm, moving the villagers was the toughest part of this whole process. But hopefully this will be right. I will actually have to break the beds and stuff again, which is sort of annoying. But basically what I'm going to have to end up doing is I'm going to have to break their beds in such a way that the villagers are going to default to the closest beds. So yeah, you see how they're kind of sleeping and probably not where I want them to sleep. So I'm going to need to wake them up. But first I'm going to break these blocks so they don't have any place to go except for where I want them to be. And I can't release the farmer yet, actually, because they took the far beds. So I'm going to go ahead, let the sun set. And what I'm expecting to see is that they should go into our little area with the fence post. And that should be good. Let me see here. Beautiful. Excellent. Perfect. Absolute perfection. All right, so now all I got to do, and this part I'm going to probably go ahead and omit for those of you watching on YouTube, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and break all this dirt apart. I'm also going to just do this real quick. I'm going to break these beds. And the reason why we do this is to make sure that there is no reason that the farmer should, for whatever reason, be able to reach the beds. The farmer, beds, no, don't want that, because otherwise he'll go onto the bed, then he'll appear here, and then we have no farmer, and then things go badly. Because then we have to remove just one villager, and how do you do that without making all the villagers angry? So we'll go ahead and we'll wait for nighttime to come. Those two will set these beds. Then at that point, as that's happening, I can replace the beds down because they'll already be occupying those beds, put these beds down here, and then it should be a simple matter of just kind of making sure that the farmer also is all good to go, and then this is all sealed up, and then we're all good. So we're almost there. We're so close. All right, it's almost time. The dirt's all gone. The villagers are ready to rock and roll. Actually, I'm not ready to rock and roll yet. I've gone ahead and done a couple. I did add in the trapdoor because I almost forgot those, but I added another one on the bottom because I'm a little spooked. I don't remember if I was supposed to do that, but I'm going to do that just in case of emergency. What I'm expecting to have happen here is that the villagers will basically ignore, this won't affect anything. The villagers should still be able to sleep in there. This shouldn't be considered a valid block because it's one block higher or whatever. Yep, there's one. And we just need the other guy to also feel the need to sleep. And if he doesn't, we have to replace the bed. It's looking like he may not be getting the memo about this. So let me break that bed. Let me break that bed down. Replace the bed there. Did he take the bait? No, he did not. Why? Why is he not taking the bait? Okay. Not really sure why he's not interested in this bed. Either way, I'm just going to yellow it. Let's try. Worst case scenario, the farmer gets in there after restart a handful of things, but I don't understand why that one... What? Why did the Fletcher get out of the bed? What was that about? Okay, so let me see here. If I do this, what do you do? Number one, can you reach a bed? No? Okay, I'm not willing to risk zombies and stuff, though. We'll go ahead. I'm going to sleep away the night. Oh, what happened? Oh, the beds aren't there. Oh my gosh, I'm a bot. Oh, come on. Ugh. I'm actually going crazy. This is all we're going to be able to do today because I'm just such an idiot. Why? Okay. Figure this out. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. Oh, so frustrated. The anger that courses through my veins. So high indeed. Now we have to get this guy to readopt the bed, and it's fine. I'm not bitter. I'm just bitter. I have to wait for nighttime again. Oh my. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not freaking out at all. I promise. I am just mildly triggered. Oh no, how could I have messed this up? Why did I do this again? The things that we experience in this is just painful. It's just shaking my head. Why must you be the way that you are? Why must you be the way that you are? Why? The sun is setting. I don't want to talk about how many times we've tried this, but here we go yet again. So the farmer is all squared away there. The nitwit's still doing whatever the nitwit's doing. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him, but hopefully this one will take that bed. I don't know if the nitwit will take that bed. I just checked this on the the HXM server. This is basically the same exact setup that we had. So I'm inclined to believe that this will be fine. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to let them go ahead, sort themselves out. I need to make sure I break that one slab and replace the slab that was there. And then after I do that, make sure that the beds go all the way around in the right formation. And then regardless of how the bed thing shakes up, if this nitwit doesn't adopt that bed, that's okay with me at this point. We're just going to let that run because that hopefully what that means is that the bed is seen but invalid for sleeping for some reason. I don't know why that would be the case, but let's just assume that that's the case. So this should work. I don't see why this wouldn't work. So we're going to hope for the best and cross our fingers, cross our toes. And yeah, I'm hoping to have wonderful things happen here. It's almost time. You ready? No? Come on. It's almost nighttime. Come on. Put on your pajamas. Get yourself all cozy. And then get ready to roll. There he goes. All right. Kind of a little bit of a violent shake there, but that's okay. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead, break that, replace that slab right there. And we're just going to give this one a good old minute here. And the reasoning is that we are, oh, actually, I should probably make likewise with this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rip. I'm gonna go ahead and put this bed right there. Okay, I don't know why I put. Okay, so whatever. He adopted the wrong bed. That's all right. I mean, it's not optimal, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so the beds have been replaced. So the reason why we would not want this to happen. The only way this goes wrong at this particular point in time is if I fail to seal that for some reason, or if the farmer somehow, in some way, shape, or form, manages to adopt one of those beds, which I'm really hoping isn't the case. And if it does, then I'm going to scream. All right, so I'm going to break this. I'm going to get that glass. We're going to seal this all up. Okay. And then I am feeling... I don't know why the Fletcher woke up, though. All right, so let's go ahead. Sleep away the night. Okay. Those two are where they're meant to be. And now what I need to see is I'm going to monitor these guys, and then when it gets close to about meeting time, what should be happening is that farmer over there should be coming over and tossing some carrots onto these guys, because these guys have no food on them really. But the farmer should have plenty. And so the farmer is going to go ahead, hopefully go around here, gather some extra carrots throughout the workday, and then whenever it comes into the afternoon time, he can also technically do it at the start, but I don't assume that that's going to happen. Oh, maybe. Throw carrots. Throw carrots. Do it. Do it. Throw the carrots. Do you have enough? He might not have enough yet because he has been locked up. Yeah, okay. So in the afternoon, we'll be back. And then hopefully in the afternoon time, he'll have gone around, collected some more carrots. And he'll have enough to toss onto these guys. And then these two can breed. And what we should be seeing, again, is that these ones will collect the carrots as they're thrown. Excess will go down to the bottom, be stored in that chest, and then the baby villagers should also be popping up in here. And I'm after that, I'm done. I'm burnt. I am so incredibly frustrated with these villagers right now. You wouldn't even believe how annoyed I am with these guys. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up going on. We'll see what the happenings are. But should be all pretty good here. Oh, there is wheat in here. Well, oh, that's not good. I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it makes a difference, does it? Hold on, I'm just going to quickly do this. The off chance that this will make any form of difference, I'm going to yoink the wheat away. What are you? You are wheat. You are also wheat. You are 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 wheat. 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 How did I... Man, so much of this is so scuffed. I don't know. How did we screw it up? Wheat. Wheat. Oh, man. I don't know how much of wheat he has in his inventory. We're gonna have to follow him around all day long and start collecting wheat. I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, to be honest with you. But, like, it's the principle of it. It's just the darn principle. He's a carrot man. He's a carrot man through and through. And here he is planting wheat. I'm disgusted. Absolutely disgusted and horrified. What have I done? Where did we go wrong? Man, he had a lot of seeds on him, too. How many seeds did you collect? What? How did you... We'll be back. I think it's time. Also, we found that he has beetroots as well. We've been, like, following him around all his workday. So I'm really hoping that right here, he's going to just be chucking out, like, this generous amount of carrots. I hope. I pray. It is afternoon time, so it is prime time meeting time. I am gonna be so furious. No, what? No, stop trying to escape. No, bad. Why are you trying to escape? Go hang out with a villager. They're right here, dude. Oh, he knows. He knows that whenever I'm near it, he has a chance. He has a small window of opportunity to escape. But joke's on you! Do you know how many of your people I've gone ahead and tried to get into these little weird, well, villager breeding situations? I don't know. That sounded a little bit more twisted than I originally had intended for it to be. Yes! Did you see that? That is the look of victory. And that should be enough. There was so much being thrown right there that I expect the baby to pop up. If there's a storm cloud, then we screwed something up and they will never breed. But I have high expectation. We did it. Against all the... Okay, I almost killed myself. Against all the odds, we've done it. Oh, I'm so pleased. You wouldn't believe the amount of pleased that I am. And so as more carrots kind of are in circulation, we should have an opportunity for carrots to fall down and go into this hopper and stuff. So that should be a-okay, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I feel like that would be fine. As a little side note, if you're trying to make this into like a carrot, potato, or I guess even like a wheat, maybe even a beet farm, I'm not really quite sure how that all would work. I think the wheat gets changed into bread, so maybe not. So I guess it would be a bread farm. But basically what you would want to do is you would just want to put some mine carts with hoppers kind of scattered, well, not scattered, but like right in between. So where that trap door is, you're going to go ahead and want to put some mine carts with hoppers. And what's going to happen is he's going to chuck it, and that's going to instantly fall into those mine carts with hoppers. And then it's going to go straight on through. And then you'd want like a hopper here and so on and so forth, and just drill it straight down. Also, since you're not going to be breeding with that setup, you can go ahead and remove some of those like bed positions or whatever, and it should be a-okay. Ooh, there was a shuffling of the beds. I am worried. I'm just going to keep an eye on you for a minute here. I want to make sure there's no spooky nonsense going on. Looks good. It's getting pretty dark. They haven't done anything dumb yet. I think it's a win. I'm going to take this as a win. Okay, so Villager Breeder Online. Was it immensely more difficult than I imagined? Yes, because I always underestimate just how dumb villagers are. But minus that little detail, that went over fairly smoothly. And there they go, reset beautifully. There should be actually a breeding opportunity in the very beginning of the morning, and then there should be another one that happens in the afternoon. So we're going to be getting about 2 villagers a day, which is the hope here. You can see they're tossing carrots and stuff again, which means it's meeting time. I don't see any hearts appearing, so maybe they're not going to quite have an opportunity to breed, but that's all good. So I think this is actually a pretty good success. This is pretty nice, and I think everything's all good to go. So either way, cool, very nice. A little alarmed that those carrots are just kind of like being tossed around like a hot potato, but sure. And I have no reason for this little dirt stairway, so let me go ahead and clear these out. And that is going to be a win. I'm going to take it, and we're going to call it there for now. I know I was like, oh, we're going to get our economy up and running. It's going to be awesome, and everything's going to go according to plan, because that's the way that Minecraft works. No. Nope. Stupid Choco. I dared to dream my first mistake. But anyways, it is cool that this is working. We're obviously going to need to make sure that these little baby villagers are going to be able to be funneled out and then kind of brought over to wherever they need to be, which is namely going to be over Attaway. So where those 2 torches are indicating, towards that direction. So we're going to need those guys to just kind of funnel out this way. Again, we put the beds on this side just to make sure that this doesn't interfere with that. But we're just going to funnel those over, and then we're going to start making our, I guess this is going to be like a villager tower, for lack of a better way to put it. But yeah, it's going to be a little fun thing where we're going to be able to have all of our trades, and should be pretty good. I haven't quite made the, I guess I can make the footprint. So I hadn't had a in mind footprint, but yeah, we'll kind of roll with it next time. And while we're building that, more villagers will be bred, more villagers will be created, blah, blah, blah. And then we can use those villagers, of course, to help populate our new villager area as we go along. So all that should be pretty good. But anyways, if you enjoyed this episode of Choco's World, be sure to leave a like rating down below. Helps me out a little bit here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, notification bell if you want to go ahead and be notified when we have another episode go up. I can't promise this won't happen again, but I sincerely hope that we don't have as much problem. I hope that it's not quite this painful. I'm already kind of cringing at the idea of the Iron Golem villagers. But by the time we get to the Iron Golem villagers, I'm hoping against all hope that we will have ourselves a little bit of an easier time, because we should be all good to go with the rails and stuff, because I'll have a stable economy, which means that we'll have the necessary things that we need in order to be full geared. I can go back to the swamp, get some more slime blocks, all that good stuff. And then, well, not that the slime blocks have anything to really do with anything, but that'll help us get the rail duplicator up. Rail duplicator lets us move things a little bit more effectively, because we could just put rails everywhere and everything should be just dandy. So anyways, next time, definitely going to be going off and getting ourselves into villager madness stuff. And then after that, honestly, I think we might, depending on how crazy I'm feeling, we might go do gold farm. I'm not sure. That might be a little bit overly ambitious. I'm not quite sure yet, so we'll have to kind of wait and see. But I think that'd be okay. I mean, yeah, I think that'd be fine. I don't really have anything pressing I need to do otherwise, so I think that'd be okay. So that'll be the game plan here. Also, I'm just going to take a quick little peek. Not that I'm being weird about it or obsessive or anything like that, because I am totally not going to be crazy and OCD about him only planting carrots. But they all look like carrots. I don't see a single beetroot in sight. Oh, it's a glorious... Oh! Huh? Why are you... Now? That's an odd time. I didn't know they met... Okay, well, there's 2 baby villagers. Strange. All right, so I guess, yeah, we're good to go. So baby villager number 2 acquired, I think, right? Yeah, 2 baby villagers. And yeah, everything looks to be going fairly well, fairly peachy. So I think this is a success. I think by all accounts, we've done good here. Did good. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. And as always, and most importantly, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful and safe day. And until next time, ciao for now. Also, I also shared the sentiments in the comment section that's like, I hope this world doesn't go away, because that'd be really sad if you died and we lost everything. I do have a screenshot backup that I usually will take. Well, I can't say usually. I'm going to not do it this time, for example. But every now and then we'll take a screenshot world because I need it for a thumbnail, and maybe we can go back to that. But I do intend to, whenever I die, that's it. I think. Maybe. We'll see. Anyways, take care, everyone. Ciao for now.